Somebody left a comment a couple days ago in under one of my videos where I was rating the new cards from Lorwyn Eclipsed, and they were talking about the Prideful Feastling. They said that this card seems actually pretty incredible in Slivers, because it's a very good way to fight off burn decks without playing some off-brand creatures like Lone Missionary and stuff like that. So today we are trying the Prideful Feastling from Lorwyn. And other than that, I've tried to build my own version of Slivers. This one is pretty weird. We might have to make some changes during the gameplay, because I'm trying 4 Simian Spirit Guides. So basically, if I played something like Lotus Petal, it would be of course better because you can add just mana of any color, but Simian Spirit Guide is a creature, and I'm still a believer of 4 Winding Way, 4 Lita Stampede and Slivers. The reason why I am playing Simian Spirit Guide is because I believe that Slivers can sometimes be pretty slow, so having some form to ramp could be really powerful in the deck. I'm trying to fix with the Thriving Grove and the Thriving Heath. You can see that we have a lot of just off-color slivers in the sideboard. I'm also playing 4 Gem Height Slivers for further fixing and 2 Hunter Slivers. I'm very big on this card. I think it's pretty sweet and actually pretty amazing, so I'm playing 2 more in the sideboard. I'm playing 4 Sagu Wadling. I wanna search for some untapped sources. You could go for a generous end, but I'm playing just 2 Masked Vandals in the sideboard. Some people play the main deck. I don't really love that. I think Slivers are much more powerful when we get the team-wide buff effect on them. You could play 1 Mountain in the basics so that you can search for it with the Sagu, but the Heath and the Grove should work very well by themselves, because whenever you have the 2 of your main colors, which is Celestia, right, green and white, then you can put the Heath or the Grove on red and be able to cast the Hunter Sliver. This process becomes much more difficult if you try to bring Winged Sliver, which is in the sideboard, great against fairies and against the Shaman, right, from Affinity, the Screeching Sliver, which is just a very weird sliver and a way to beat an opponent in the long game if they just gain so much life. There are some other ways to do it. You could play the Virulent Sliver, you could play the sliver that deals 1 damage to the opponent when you're hellbent. There are many ways to do it, but I wanna try the Screeching Sliver. 2 Crypt Slivers, probably against decks like Gardens, which can regenerate your team. This becomes really powerful if you get it going, but you need to get it going, which is sometimes pretty difficult. It's a 2 mana 1/1, right? 2 Fairy Maca, 2 more Hunter Sliver. Again, I'm very big on this card. I think it's really powerful. A way to beat gates, a way to beat burn if your slivers are big enough. Just a very underrated sliver in my opinion. I kinda love the Hunter Sliver. 2 Vandals and 4 Feastlings against burn. It's very possible that this list will require some changes, so I will try to make them if necessary and let you guys know, but for now, I will see you in the games. Okay, so El Mariachi in 1982. We go first, always good with slivers. Oh god, look at this hand. This one is terrible, we need to mulligan sadly. 1-lander, I mean, what's happening with those 1-landers? We played 22 lands and then 4 Simian Spirit Guides. I mean, we really have to go to 5 here, it sucks, but okay. Winding Will, the Stampede, those are good. I'm gonna ditch the Sagu and probably the Heath. They move to 6, okay, sure. But we're going first, so that's pretty cool. First main, I'm actually gonna go instantly Thriving Grove on red, because I want to have a setup for our Hunter Sliver. Sense to Needle, yikes. Probably Storm, which really requires the Hunter Sliver. It actually requires it so much so that I might Winding Way here. But at the same time, if he top deck it naturally, it's fine. I'm gonna go Muscle Sliver, and then probably Winding Way next turn. They also could be something completely different. It could be Poison Storm, at which point the Muscle Sliver is the correct play. Forest. Yeah, this is probably Ruby Storm, I think. This is gonna be an Anarchomancer or a Thornscape into Rance Resolve. They do nothing. That is very interesting. Lead a Stampede, yeah. This Forest makes me think that it really is Ruby Storm. I'm gonna Winding Bay for creature. Find a Simian Spirit Guide and a Muscle Sliver. Not ideal. You can use the Spirit Guide to find their Hunter Sliver anyway, though. I mean, 2 cards off of a Winding Way is actually pretty good on average, you know. You play like 34 creatures, so the average should be just a little bit over 2, so this is cool. Mountain, no doubt about this being, yeah, exactly this deck. They can go kinda in, yeah, they make mana of Manamorphose. This is a very difficult matchup for Slivers, of course. If they find another cost reducer, it's very close to conceding, but we're gonna try and see what they do. It's like big score or something, Pirate's Pillage. Okay. Discard a Crevice. They need to find a second cost reducer. If they don't, I don't think they will be able to go off. Okay, well, Seeding Song helps. Glimpse, okay. Leyline Weaver. Okay, it's a list with Leyline Weaver. That's cool. The issue is they fizzled. They fizzled. They will get some spawns, 2 of them, but that's it. Okay. Find a Thriving Heath. Okay, I think I want power. If their plan is to beat me down, I want power. I'm gonna go, I already chosen red, so I'm gonna go green here. And I'm just gonna play a Sinew Sliver, I think. Be on the defensive. Next turn we can lead a Stampede if you want to. And Hunter Sliver does an amazing job. It depends what they draw, right? Like, if it's lands, we're fine. They kind of fizzled. Hunter Sliver probably just wins on the spot. Burning Curiosity. Oh, okay, we're trying out Burning Curiosity. That's really cool. Mountain Needle Morphos. That's okay. We can play the mountain. We can, you know, use the Morphos. Okay, they're going off further, it looks like. Big score is very good, yep. We can do nothing but hope they fizzle right now. Rance Resolve doesn't look like it. Big score, yep, that's good. Discard a Crevice, yep. Reckless Impulse, that's good. Thornscape Familiar, If they have nothing else, they did fizzle though. So they cast the Thornscape. We still need a Hunter Sliver, still. And I think we need to find it with the Lead a Stampede. Muscle Sliver doesn't really do it. I'm gonna just lead a Stampede creature. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. We can cast the Hunter Sliver off of 2 of the Simian Spirit Guides, but if we hit it with the Lead a Stampede, but that's about it, right? I'm gonna discard probably one of the Muscle Slivers. We need them to fizzle for 1 more turn. Okay, here's the Needle. Looks like they did fizzle. Okay, here comes the moment of truth. We need to hit a Hunter Sliver with Lead a Stampede. We did not. That's actually terrible. Okay, I can't really attack 2. End step, I'm gonna discard 2 of the Plated Slivers, 3 of the Plated Slivers. Yeah, they did find more stuff. Here's a Manamorphose. The more I play Magic, the more I feel like it would be really nice to have 4 Hunter Slivers in the deck, you know? The card is really good, especially into matchups like these, and very often there is a creature you need to kill. They will go for a Water Bending Lesson, which probably wins them the game, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna concede here. I believe they will get me off of this. I'm not gonna make them waste time. It's okay. Screeching Sliver sounds interesting. The only thing we want is the Hunter Sliver, right? Hunter Sliver. Like, things like Plated Sliver and Sidewinder Sliver do be pretty bad, so Plated Sliver can go. The Screeching Sliver, I mean, it can be pretty fun to try to mill them, but I think it's a little bit too out there. Crit Sliver doesn't really make sense. Their sideboard consists of, you know, Pyroblast and stuff like that. Yeah, we just need to find the Hunter Sliver and kill their cost reducers. That's how it is. Okay, good hand, but doesn't have a Hunter Sliver. I think I'll mulligan. Okay, again, pretty bad hand. I'm gonna mulligan again. We find the Hunter Sliver with obviously no lands, right? So I have to mulligan to 4. Okay, this hand is keepable. I'm gonna keep. We have Lead a Stampedes. I want to keep at least 1. The Predatory Sliver is important. So yeah, I think it's the last Lead a Stampede. I'm gonna go Thriving Grove. We have to go red because I don't have a mountain. It's like, yeah, it's not great, but they go Hickory Woodlot. Okay. Simian Spirit Guide is nice. I kind of like that, but I'm just gonna Sagu here, Roost Seek. We're gonna pick up a Plains off of this. We need, like, I don't know, just even a Plated Sliver would be really cool here. They go Sandstone Needle, okay. I can go Predatory Sliver. Sinew Sliver is good, I can go Sinew Sliver. We can Hunter Sliver next turn, and it depends how many cost reducers they have. It depends how quickly are they willing to go off. If we find an untapped source, I can Predatory Sliver, Hunter Sliver, it's probably game over. They do nothing, okay, that's sweet. Sidewinder Sliver is good again, I'm just gonna go Predatory Sliver, and then we're just gonna go to combat attack. I'm not sure if they expect the Hunter Sliver, you know, if they expect the Hunter Sliver, and they are just, what they want to do is just one-shot me in 1 turn with their Anarchomancer without really exposing it to the board. Because whenever they play a creature, you already know I'm just, you know, using my Hunter Sliver and provoking everything, so. Lead a Stampede is okay. I could Simian Spirit Guide, Lead a Stampede. I think I'm instead gonna, well, I could, yeah, I could. Is that good though? I think I'm gonna keep the Spirit Guide for later. I'm gonna Sidewinder Sliver. And honestly, I'm gonna go to combat and I'm gonna expose my Hunter Sliver. I don't know if they have like removal. This is too big for a, how is it called, Firebending Lesson. I think I should sandbag this. I mean, it presents lethal on the board next turn, so maybe I should play it. But if this gets removed, they suddenly are in trouble. Maybe it was right to play it though. They go Thornscape. They're gonna go off here in one turn. So let's see if they can do that. They have a Seeding Song instantly. Okay. They go Glimpse. Find the first day of class Thornscape. Probably exactly what they wanted. You go first day of class. They learn. Reveal a Water Bending Lesson. Suddenly, they have a lot of card draw. Yeah, there is no blue. They go another Townscape. That was from the exile. +1/+1 counter and haste. Sure. Seeding. Yeah, they find the perfect things. Pretty good. Pretty good. Even though we're probably gonna lose, I still love Slivers, not gonna lie. I think Slivers are still really cool. So let's see if they combo us on this turn. If they don't, I think we have a good chance, but yeah, with big score just being mana neutral, that's not very good. Friends Resolve, okay. Reckless Impulse, yeah. That's only lands, that is pretty good for us. They play the Needle, that's not a mountain. Are they gonna pass here? I think they will regret it if they do, so they'll probably go for the... Nope, 2 mana for a big score again. Mana neutral, yep. I hope they pass, of course. Okay, we can provoke 3 guys, it's fine. Burning Curiosity. Here's a Manamorphosis, big score. Yeah, Manamorphose Rider, big score. That is very good. Big score, okay. Seeding Song, yep. Pirate's Pillage, yep. Manamorphose, they have us. Seems like it's pretty easy to combo off even without really playing a Thornscape Amelia first. You can just do it like off rip. This would be really hard to do though if I was like a Gardens deck. I'm already thinking like, okay, Seize the Storm, they have me here, right? 1919, 2020, okay. Yeah, not much I can do with that, so Seize the Storm. Let's concede. GG. They got us fair and square. Alright guys, we go against Telminator, who is known for playing food combo. Not sure if that's gonna be the case right now though. I also changed the deck a little bit. I'm playing 20 I'm playing 20 lands instead of just 18 to not make this happen to me, but it did. Yikes, and that's a lot of lands. Okay, I guess we need to pray. We're going first. I can't keep this hand. Okay, this is a little bit better. I'm gonna ditch a land and lead the Stampede, I guess. It's not it doesn't make me super happy, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go Thriving Grove on we have a white here. I'm gonna take red. We play 4 Hunter Slivers now in the deck, so that was a little bit of a change there. They go blue. Interesting. Whoa, Sage of Ephyteer. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, then put them back in an order. Very interesting. No idea what this is. Could be Miracles or something. Muscle Sliver, but okay. We can go Muscle Sliver, I guess. Okay, Dimir... what? Dimir something. Sage of Ephyteer. I've never seen this card. They'll Blade me? That sucks. Okay, so it seems like removal tribal out here. Thriving Grove, I like that. Let's go white. I'm gonna go for another Predatory Sliver here. Cavan Harpy. Okay, I understand what they're doing. Is Sage of Ephyteer the thing you really want to... Oh my god, that's disgusting. It has to be the Predatory Sliver, otherwise I just lose, so... Okay, so Cavern Harpy. This is Dimir Bounce, but Sage of Ephyteer is an interesting one. Okay, I'm gonna go Winding Way. Hopefully we will hit a lot of things. That would be beautiful. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm gonna go... I can go the flanking guy. I think I'll use my mana appropriately, go for the Sinew Sliver. Next turn we can go flanking guy, Hunter Sliver. Pull up the Cavern Harpy, I guess. They probably play Dreamstalker as well. Yeah, they can't really block here. They can. Okay, they're gonna pay 1 life, return this back to hand. It's actually really good. I don't know. That's actually really good. I like it. Infinite blocker. I think the Cavern Harpy is really cool. I think I want to maybe build the deck around the Cavern Harpy. I love that card for so long. It's so cool. Oh, they play Sidrax's Alchemist. I know about this card, and it's... Let me tell you, it's awesome. Whoa, okay, they're gonna do this on me though. Okay, well, I guess that's respectable. Let's draw. Plains, okay. We can just jam everything, I hope. We're gonna go Sidewinder Sliver first, Predatory Sliver, and Hunter Sliver. Hope it's enough. Better be. Let's do okay. I'll attack with this one. I think, yeah, this guy being back in the hand, it's a little slow, but they will have 5 mana soon. Do I want to provoke the Alchemist, or do I want to give them more value of the Sage of Zephyr? I'm gonna go with the Alchemist provoke, which is gonna get -1/-1. The Hunter Sliver is on the board. I usually like to use this as like a sorcery speed combat trick when necessary. Now it doesn't feel too necessary, but you know, getting rid of the Alchemist does feel pretty good. If I play this deck, I think I would go for an artifact sub-theme. Oh, okay. Yeah, they are doing just that, it looks like. I would go for Refurb. Maybe they are playing Refurb too. They're gonna pick up a land. Is that it? Is that everything? Draw. Find the Hunter Sliver. That is fine. I like it. Let's go to combat. Let's attack. I think I'll provoke the Sage just so that the Cavern Harpy doesn't have additional value. Provoke. I'm gonna provoke twice so that they have to block at least with 1. Choose here. And I'm gonna say yes twice. I'm gonna go no response. Yes. I'm gonna go no response, yes, and then I'm gonna go no response, no, and no response, no. So that two things are provoking it. If they cast down one, the Sage still dies. And if not, yeah, just gonna get flanked pretty good. Okay. Deal a great amount of damage to them. That was 9. And I think I'll play the Hunter Sliver. I'm not really afraid of much here. Rage and Relic, reasonable. They're gonna tap my Hunter Sliver, okay. That tells me they are not planning on killing it, which is, you know, very nice for us. They're gonna go Geist Wave on the blade. That's very nice. It's weird to do this first. Maybe they drew it off the relic. Yeah, they probably had to, right? Yeah, I will sack the tapped sliver, right? I don't need to provoke anymore. We are winning 1-0. That was nice. That was nice. So we are dealing with the Dimmer deck, which is probably full of removal. We also see some artifacts on their part. Is this a Masked Vandal matchup? It potentially could be, but do you think they play Refurb? If they do, maybe it could be good. Hunter Sliver is a little worse in this one. I think I want like 2 only. Gemhide Sliver is a little worse. I don't think we need the Spirit Guides in this one. We can play pretty fairly and be happy about it. I'm gonna go double Crypt Sliver, I think. And I'm gonna go probably 3 Masked Vandals. I think that feels pretty good. Do I want 4 Masked Vandals? They could be really useful. They could be really useful. Sure, I'm gonna ditch the Automaton, go for Masked Vandal number 4. Our creatures are definitely gonna die, so that's that. Very cool deck. Very interesting and cool deck. I definitely wanted to build a brew with Cavern Harpy before. Yeah, this hand is good. I'm gonna keep this. This is fine. We also have the singular Simian Spirit Guide here. That's also pretty interesting. I do love Slivers, man. I think they're one of the coolest tribals, especially like just flavor-wise, like combining these aliens with this fantasy world of magic, that does feel pretty cool. I'm gonna go Plains, I'm gonna lead on a Sidewinder Sliver, make them remove my stuff if they want, which means the Vandal is online, which is, you know, awesome. If they play a Blade, I think I'm gonna take the Vandal and just exile the Blade, probably. I'm expecting a Tiding Blade here. It's a cast down, okay. Okay, Predatory Sliver. I do think it's a time for another 2-drop, a Sinew Sliver this time, I think. Yeah, the problem with Slivers and the reason why they are not as good as they could be is probably because Skullcap Snail, wow. Okay, Simian Spirit Guide, you're gone. You're gone. Let's draw Forest. This is a turn with Thriving Heat. What I was saying, we're gonna go red here. Or we could go black for a Crypt Sliver too. Okay, I'm gonna go Predatory Sliver Swing. It's because you are not very reactive, right? You don't have much interaction. I'm trying to fix that with the Hunters, but still, you don't have much interaction. Dreamstalker, pick up Snail. That's good. Yeah, it's good. Let's draw. Lead the Stampede, do be good. Do I just want to play the Vandal as like a thing I play without really gaining much value off of it? Hold on, they're gonna play the Snail next turn. I think I actually need to lead the Stampede, right? If they're playing the Snail, I don't need a Vandal though. Okay, nah, I'm gonna lead the Stampede, I think. We have only, yeah, okay, I'm gonna lead the Stampede this turn. Some good stuff right there. 3 mana, draw 3, that's really good. We're gonna push in 3 damage. I actually think Provoke is pretty good against them. Yeah, the problem with Slivers, you are not Sadrax's Alchemist? Really? Instead of Snail, okay. Oh, you can bounce my guy, I suppose. That's true. Okay then. The problem is they can double block if I go Sinew Sliver, Hunter Sliver. So I think I'm just supposed to, yeah, I'm supposed to go Predatory Sliver, Sinew Sliver. No reason to swing, so I'm not gonna do that. This Vandal feels the worst out of all of our cards. Mob Lookout, interesting. Do you have any graveyard synergies here? I'm gonna make this a 2-6. Okay, that could be cool. Sage of Amphitheater, okay. I like the idea of their deck. I think I would build it differently though. That's just me personally. I do love the Cavern Harpy. It's a card I've kind of forgot. Yeah, Vandal is gone. So Slivers are not as fast as Elves, which makes it, you know, of course, worst choice. Ooh, Crypt Sliver. I should have gone. I think I should have went black on this one. It's okay. I guess I just want to go Sinew Sliver, Muscle Sliver, right? And just swing for a lot. They need to block. Yep, double chump. Same thing as if we played the Hunter Sliver, but double blocks would be a little bit more accessible to them if we didn't play the Lord. So let's see what they have. Cast down one of Lords. Yep, Cast down is a good card. They're gonna play the Aqueduct. 2-0. Okay, they were on a brew. This felt pretty good. Of course, very anti-meta deck, but still cool to see how Slivers work sometimes. Pretty nice. Racima is the opponent, and this is a one-lander. It's a pretty bad one too. We're gonna mulligan. This does look much better. I'm gonna keep Ditch. I like the Gemhide Sliver. I think one of the 1-drops can go. It's gonna be the, it's hard. It's hard. Is it hard though? Yeah, I think it's the Automaton this time. First we need to see what they play. It's a black deck. That's not great. Night Market Lookout. Okay, something off meta probably. Kind of Plains. I like a Plains. I think I'm gonna start quick. Go Sidewinder Sliver. We can go Gemhide Sliver, you know, make more mana next turn. Well, we actually can't play much next turn anyway. They can attack if they want. It's good because they can't really block. yeah. 1, nothing. Okay. Probably kill my Sliver, I think, is what they're gonna do. Vampire Lacerator. Oh, this is an aggressive deck. And okay, yeah, that is a very aggressive deck. Okay. That is very good to know, you know. That is very good to know. So I think, okay, we also find this. I think I'm gonna go for a Muscle Sliver because of that. We have flanking, we have a 2/2. We don't have any life gain main, which kind of sucks, but with Gemhide Sliver, we can make a lot of things work, I think. We can just tap for colors, go Winding Way. They swing. All swing. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna take it. They're gonna... We are pretty low here. We are pretty low. You want to be on the offensive with Slivers mostly, but now we are on the defensive. I think it was because we went second. Gonna block the lookout. They either gonna sack, they could also do something else. They're gonna just sack, okay. Quite reasonable, quite reasonable. 1/2, Dot Slayer. Oh, this is like an old school deck. Shadow, yeah. It's like old school. Side 1 Sliver is very good. Well, very good, it's okay, I guess. I'm gonna play Gemhide Sliver. Only creatures with Shadow, so this is basically unblockable, okay. Gonna go Forest. We're gonna go Black, or it doesn't matter. Let's go Winding Way and Creature. Let's try to find something useful. Hunter Sliver is extremely useful. I'm gonna play a Sidewinder Sliver. We can start, if we survive this, we can start deleting their board next turn. Very impressive. We have double flanking on these guys too. I don't think I'm blocking much here. If this is gonna be an attack for 6. And I'm really happy because we get to actually try out the Feastling this time. That is gonna be fun. I'm actually gonna enjoy this a lot because we didn't really get to try it yet. Okay, they're gonna go with the Dot Slayer, okay. And a Carrion Feeder. I'm not blocking. You can attack with a Lacerator too if you want. It's 3/2 damage. I'm not gonna block. Okay, yep. We're gonna take 6 here. It is what it is. Full time streak, okay. We're gonna go to Dev. Okay, 1 more. So we're gonna go to 1. Okay, that's... cool. That's fine, surely, right? Now we can start playing the game, I guess. Winding Way. Alright, so I'm gonna tap this and the flanker. I'm gonna go Hunter Sliver. And I'm gonna go like Sinew Sliver. So also go to combat. We're gonna triple provoke. So this guy will provoke this guy. The Gemhide will provoke this guy. And then the Muscle Sliver will provoke the Feeder. 1 life and the Dream. Can we make it? We're gonna say yes to all of these. Okay, so the vampire is getting flanked, it instantly dies. They also need to block with all of these guys too. Wait, excuse me, what? Excuse me? Oh, this guy Oh, I get it. This guy can't block, so it's not forced to block. The Slayer can't block as well because of Shadow. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. We lose. Okay. Oof. Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, that is really good for them though. That is really good for them. Kinda sucks, honestly. We're gonna bring in 4 Feastlings. The Hunter Sliver feels honestly pretty bad in this one, so I think I'm gonna ditch it. I mean, we can still have some. The most important guy is definitely the Feastling. I like Gemhide Slivers. The Vandal doesn't feel too necessary. I'm gonna take off 2 Simian Spirit Guides and go submit. Yeah, I was like, why the provoke doesn't work? Well, of course, one can't block and the other can't block as well, so that was interesting. Okay, we are here for the revenge against this Mono Black aggressive deck. Let's do it. Well, we're not gonna take the revenge with a 1-lander, let me tell you that much. This looks better. I'm gonna keep. Let's discard one of the plated slivers, I think. Done. First main, definitely just Driving Grove on white. That seems pretty necessary. We can go for a Predatory Sliver next turn. I think I'm gonna be pretty aggressive with this Lead the Stampede though. Dark Ritual. Oh, okay, sure. Lacerator, Carnophage. My god. Okay, Turnbow Archer. Oof. They went for it. They did go for it. And that's a lot of power on turn 1 to deal with. It's actually quite hard. We do have the Hunter Sliver, which is, you know, cool, but we're gonna go Predatory Sliver. The only thing we can block is the Turnbow Archer, so I suppose we have to. They're also losing some life. It's not like they really care though, you know? It's not like they really care about it. Gonna attack only with these 2, makes a lot of sense. I'm not gonna block. If they have like a D-file, I think I've played against them. Turnbow Archer, okay. Let's draw. Driving Grove. Driving Grove on red feels actually pretty important, so I'm gonna do that. Driving Grove on red. Gonna go for a plated sliver. We can double block. We can block 1 archer. We can block anything here, which is pretty cool. We can also start doing Hunter Sliver shenanigans next turn if we want, which I think we do, honestly. They can also just double block though, which isn't very good for us, so I might have to keep this on the defensive. Okay. Gruul Drass Vampire. Are we gonna swing? It doesn't feel like a great swing, does it? Now every sliver is a 2/3. That's pretty awesome. If we can combat the board early enough, it's great. This is the time where we would love to find a Feastling or something like that. Thriving Heath. Okay, I'm gonna go green and we're just gonna play Hunter Sliver, I think. Untap and block. Nothing says they can't double block, so we just play this as a body right now. Double blocks would be deadly. They're also losing life during these board stalls, which is pretty nice too. We're gonna go lead the Stampede next turn. And we do want the Feastling if possible though. That was a pretty explosive turn 1. I have no idea how are we holding this off. Let's see if they attack. Oh my god, here it is. Okay, here is double Turnbow Archer trigger. Are they gonna fall tank Shriek me or something? Oh, they're gonna do it now. Okay, well, I go to 9. Let's declare blockers. This guy is a 3 with Intimidate. God damn, that's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go block here, here, and here. I think I'm gonna provoke the Intimidate person here. We go to 5. It can't be blocked. Okay, I think I need to provoke that. Something is telling me, yeah, I need to do that. Gemhide Sliver does feel amazing. I'm gonna play a Forest. I'll play a Gemhide Sliver. Do I need to... Okay, I'm losing something here. Let's just say that. I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna use the Plated Sliver as my provoke, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit some Lord with the Leader Stampede. I'm gonna provoke the Vampire and provoke the Archer. Yes. No response, yes. We go to 5. Okay. If we hit the Feastling soon enough, it's gonna be nice. I'm just gonna go lead the Stampede here. Okay, didn't find much. Done. In order. I could have attacked with the Hunter Sliver to deal 2, but we have a Sidewinder Sliver here. Not bad. Didn't find the Feastling yet, but maybe we will. I don't know. Okay, it's 1-1. Jesus. That was pretty hard to fend off. That was actually pretty impressive from on their part, right? The Gemhide Sliver doesn't feel that amazing. I'm gonna bring in the guides. Ditch one Gemhide Sliver, and I do want to keep my 1-drops. I'm just gonna submit. I think I like this quite a bit. They're going first now though, so I need to be extremely careful. This has a Feastling, but not enough lands. I'm gonna mulligan. This has only 1 land too. Well, are we really going to 5? They begin the game at 7. We have double Feastling in this one, but that's about it. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna ditch lead, sadly. Yep, and the Forest. We need to get lucky if this hand is supposed to work, for sure. Carnophage instantly, yep. See what we find. Thriving Grove? Okay, I'm gonna go Thriving Grove. I'm gonna go white on this one. I'm gonna go probably Automaton. Yeah, this is really slow. Before I get the Feastling online, I mean, I would love to get specifically a Lord here onto. Well, then I can't really cast it. Yeah, this kinda sucks, not gonna lie. Swing for 2. Yep, already chipping us down. I'm not sure how much removal they have though, not gonna lie. I think they might not have much. Another Carnophage, that is crazy. And the Vampire, yeah. Sidewinder Sliver, okay. Double 1-drop, not very good. I'm gonna go, I have white already, so I'm just gonna go red on this one. Just gonna play the Automaton. I'm willing to trade for the Vampire, by the way. The Feastling needs to carry us, not gonna lie, it really does. 3 mana. Triple swing, really? Yeah, I'm definitely blocking the Vampire, right? Works? Okay, that's good. They're gonna play something. Dotty Slayer, that's good. Plains, okay, I'm gonna play Plains. We're gonna go for a Prideful Feastling, which should, you know, make it a little bit difficult for them to attack unless they have removal spells. This feels like a game of draft almost, like that's how it feels. Just a draft game. Okay, they will pay some life. They don't really care, I think, though. I don't think they care that much. They go for the Turnbow Archer. They declare attackers. Only with the Dotty Slayer. Okay. Nope, not true. Attacking with them all. Declare blocks. I'm gonna block with the Feastling. Mitigate 2 damage. Hope there is no removal. There is not. We're going to 12. That is good. You are already dead. Destroy target creature that was still damaged this turn. Draw a card. Somehow, this card makes perfect sense for their deck. I'm not even surprised. And Lacerator, which will work. No, this is the other card, not the other card with Intimidate. Okay. We need some help. Winding Way is help. I'm gonna go Sidewinder Sliver and then Feastling again. This Feastling has to be cooking. They can attack with just the Dotty Slayer if they want. They're gonna lose some life, but yeah, I don't think it matters that much to them, to be honest. Attack only with the Slayer, probably. Nope. Or just with everything, that's also reasonable. So from these, this guy is pretty annoying because it already, yeah. This loses them life. I'm gonna block the Turnbow Archer. It's 2 damage too. The rest loses them life. They're probably gonna kill my guy anyway. Okay, I'm actually not gonna have 10 or less life. I'm gonna block this guy. Please don't have you are already dead again. Fuck off. That's so annoying actually. I have no idea. They play Dark Ritual. Okay. Do you have a 4-drop or something? Okay. That's pretty scary. I'll admit, that is pretty scary. From the Plains. Okay, I'm gonna play Plains. Let's go first. Plains Winding Way creature. Oh, I get it. They play vehicles, so they play the Night Market Lookout to go with that. Okay, that makes sense. Say creature. Find 2 guys. Okay. So we can go Gemhide Sliver, tap this guy, Predator Sliver. It's still horrible, but I think it's cool. Let's go Gemhide Sliver. Let's go Predator Sliver. So we drew 2 Feastlings. It didn't really help. That's not ideal, to be honest. That's definitely not ideal. Route 2, yep. They have a 5-4 with trample on the board now. That isn't great. I could double block it for all I know. See if they attack with a Turnbow Archer. They don't. Okay, I think I'll... Should I double block? I think I should, yeah. Don't think I'm winning any other way, to be honest. So we need help. I don't even know what help looks like right now, but like Feastling would be great. Plains is not. We just lose that 6 damage. Yeah, GG. Okay, it's yours. So it is very possible I built this Sliver deck wrong. I think the Simian Spirit Guide is probably not the best in the deck, although it did help against some matchups. I think building Slivers could actually be like pretty simple. You go for a lot of 1-drops, you go for Gem Height Sliver, then all the Lords and maybe some number of copies of Hunter Sliver. I felt like this deck needs interaction really badly, and Hunter Sliver provided a way to do that, so that's why I was kinda in love with Hunter Sliver. But I think the Spirit Guide, even though it was really cool some matchups, it probably does not have space in the deck. It's still a cool deck though. I went up to 20 lands, that made the mana base a little bit better, and the Feastling is pretty cool. The problem with Slivers is they play so fairly, right? I mean, the only unfair thing you can do is if you actually draw the Gem Height Sliver like on curve after you play 1-drop, then you can ramp well. But otherwise, since your creatures don't really do anything when they ETB, right? Going 1-for-1 with removal is great for your opponent. So, you know, Lightning Bolts, Cast Down, Snuff Out, even Breath Weapons at some point are really difficult to deal with for this deck, I feel like. So because of that, I don't think Slivers are in the best shape right now. I've seen a lot of people play something like Jolted Awake and Recommission to get back your, you know, Lords after they kill them, which it feels really cool, but it makes yours Leader Stampedes and Winding Ways pretty weak. So, you know, for that reason, I'm not the biggest fan of that as well. I am really enjoying Slivers though. I think the tribal is amazing, like I talked about. I think the alien mix that comes into this fantasy world of Magic feels really cool. I just don't know how to make this deck better. It feels really hard for me to build this deck. Maybe it's just capped by how good Slivers are in this format. You know, just elves and tribal decks like that can do much more unfair things than Slivers, and Slivers in a way feel like a pretty fair deck, which they definitely are. I'm still a big fan. Definitely let me know below in the comment section how do you play your Slivers. I wanna hear it, because it is one of my favorite tribal decks after all, and I know a lot of you guys love Slivers as well. To end things off, I think the Prideful Feastling is a pretty good addition against Burn, and I think it can definitely help against those matchups. With that being said, if you wanna see more of these cool brews, there is a link to Patreon below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Have a great rest of your day and bye.